Dr. Millie. I'm so happy to have you here this evening as our guest speaker of Beenstalk. I would like to say a few words about Beenstalk. It's a small talk series which I started with different artists or people who is indirectly or directly involved with form of arts. And today I'm so happy and very delighted because to have you and a blockchain expert in this series. And even as part of the global chair art leadership wing. And I'm so happy to introduce here you as our, country chair for Israel. Your position, your involvement is going to help a lot of artists because today we are talking about only blockchain. We are hearing this word blockchain all around, but absolutely very less knowledge. I know a lot of artists also will say the same thing, very less knowledge about the blockchain, the word blockchain. Before that, before we get into our talk, I would like to introduce you for the viewers.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Millie Berry is an innovation and a technology transfer consultant to the European Union, a member of Israel's Directors Forum Public Committee, a blockchain expert, and a former director in the European Association of Research Managers and Administrators. Today, she is heading ABC Art, a business and community consultancy. Today's word technology has become as part of all arenas. My last talk was again with an artificial intelligence new age artist, Harshit Agrawal. Today we are going to go a little more deeper with Millie. Thank you once again, Millie,
My
for
pleasure.
it, for accepting it. Can I have the first question for you?
Sure.
We hear this word very frequently. You go to any platform, this is what we hear about. We would like to know, I want you to throw some light for the viewers with simple explanation that what is blockchain and what is all about it.
Well, thank you, Benna. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so proud to take part of this wonderful network. And I really hope I could contribute some of my knowledge and my humble experience to the art world and the artists. I think life without art are, worthless. So I really believe art bring us into ourselves and put some light on things that we usually do not view. We can see. So I think art is crucial for people's life. Well, about the technology, it means that the literal. If you look at the words themselves, they are talking about a string or a chain of blocks. And this is very adequate explanation because we're talking about network like the internet, but the information within the network is crystallized or wrapped up in blocks of information. The information is not just flowing around the network, but it's in a closed blocks. This is the technique of the network in order to preserve and to safeguard the information by cryptographic means. But I don't want to drill down to the technological part of the network. I want to talk about the ideas or the principles. And to say in a few words, blockchain is the internet of the future. Even though we tried to start it right now or for the last years, it's supposed to be the internet of the future. The current internet can help us and bring us together by sending and transferring information, data, files, a variety of files. It could be text, it could be music, it could be some other forms of information. but the blockchain will add another layer to the internet in which we could transfer and send assets. An asset could be a variety of things. It could be currency. Currency is kind of an asset. It could be art, or the option to hold art, or the other asset like real estate, or cars, or even, I don't know, a building. I will have the certificate of authority that I'm the owner, the ownership of the artwork, or the ownership of the real estate, or the ownership of over a car, and I will put it in, me and my peers will put it in the network, and it will be sealed and saved in the network. And once I want to transfer or buy or sell my artwork that I bought a few years ago, I can transfer the ownership to you in a press of a button. I don't have to deal with the agencies and banks and government and galleries. We can exchange currencies, exchange assets on the internet, on the layer of the blockchain of the internet. So this would add a very important part of the electronic or virtual economy, a huge tool to enlarge the current economy that we have those days. It will change. It will change the world, and it will change our way of making business or doing business between peers, in a way that the internet has been changed the world without, before it came and the communication brought us together in such a small village. Before the internet, if I wanted to buy something from Bana in India, I have to fly to your place and communicate with you. The internet gave me the ability to communicate with you in a distance online over the internet, and but I can see only the information that you share, only files that I can look at. I can't buy it. Today we can only buy it if we send an order to our bank, and we will say, please transfer to Bana from Millie Perry's account $100, and I will ask my bank to do that, and my bank have to check my account to assure that I have those $10 or $100 that I want to transfer to you because I want to buy your art. And then my bank will have to talk to your bank and your country central bank. You can see how many stations we have in the middle. The blockchain technology allow us to communicate and do business peer to peer. We don't need the banks, we don't need the mediator, we don't need the middleman. We can communicate and we can have business to each other. And this will bring a shift in the economical world, and it will influence any industry that currently today working in a specific way, and it will change the way that we will act.
Thank you so much, Millie. You have made it.
I hope it is clear.
Oh, you made it. That's what I'm about to say, that you've made it so simple. Okay, being an entrepreneur, I understand the issues which we have with regards to the distance. We are not able to analyze whether they are the right person, because so much we doing business and our net, because so much of fraudulent transaction happens. We really don't know the next person is right or wrong. I think whatever you are saying, it makes it more clearer and approachable, and it's almost securing your own work, or an asset. So you according to what I feel is, tomorrow if I have to buy something from in your country, then it can be adjusted. It will really get the meaning of, at the at one click we can do that. We can analyze the reality, or the assets value, all these things. That's what I want to understand. I
Yep.
think as a business person, I literally understand what you're exactly saying. But as a technology person, for what do you see the connection between blockchain and art? Where do we, that means you said if you want to buy an art, that it is very easy. Before, yes, we need to communicate, there has to be a website, there are. Now if being an artist, how can I get into that area of blockchain? How my art can be, what do I do for that, you
Yeah.
know
Well, those are a few different questions. I
yes.
first want to highlight some values that the blockchain will bring to the art and to the art market. Okay, those are
Yes.
distinct terms. First of all, there are artists, new media artists, that use the blockchain as a canvas. They
Oh.
are programming their art on the blockchain, and their art is blockchain natural. Okay, they program new media artwork, videos, and others within the blockchain. This is one layer of the values that the blockchain can bring to the art world. The second is you remember I talked about blocks. Okay, the blockchain is a string or a chain of blocks, and one of the main values is that you can trace back to the first block of the chain, and this ability to trace back is very helpful when you want to see the provenance of the work. Okay, nowadays in art world, we have to tackle a lot of forgeries and a lot of I don't want to say criminal, but malpractice operation that present one work that I don't know, was copied as the original. We want I don't know, so we don't have a solution for old master and so on, but those days artists, when they create a work and they want to send it out of their studio, they embedded a QR code on the back of the work and embedded into the blockchain as a certificate that this is the artist's work. Of course, so I have kind of identity to my work and connection to my creation. And once this work will go to a museum or a fair or a gallery, in 10 years or 100 years, no one could say that this is not my work, because I have my kind of fingerprint in it and safeguard in the blockchain that this is Millie Perry's artwork. Okay, so we can always track back on the blockchain to the origin of the art, and we will have automatic provenance. And if when I'll sell the work and you'll buy it from me, we will have indication in the blockchain that you bought it, and the other one that will buy it from you, we will have the provenance automatically on the blockchain. And in 10 years, 20 years, if someone will get into the blockchain and would like to see the provenance, it doesn't have to go to an expert or for a curator that will give him the research about it. In a single button, you can push it on the blockchain and you can see the provenance. We have timestamp when we embedded the QR code into the blockchain, so we know when you created the work, we know when you sent it to a gallery, we know when you sell it, and when you resell it, and when the seller resell it, and we have all the story, all the narrative of the work. This is one way to do this. The other one is regarding the transparency. The artwork is very opaque. People do not know most of the things. People do not know. You have to go and ask people, expert. You know, there's a lot of things that making business with handshakes because they know someone that knows someone. The blockchain give us value of transparency. We don't have to dig this information and to ask and to pay money to get this information. Everything is open at the blockchain. It is, I have to say, and some note that it's not totally anonymous. I mean, your connection to the artwork would be with the code of your wallet. It won't say Bana, it won't say Millie Perry, okay? It won't be, it would be kind of private, but it won't be totally anonymous. And by giving me your public key, I can see the provenance of your work. So the transparency would be a great help for the world, for the art world that nowadays is very close, and there are a lot of hurdles in order to get into the art world. And there are a lot of safeguards and middlemen like galleries, like agents, like, you know, experts of a lot of kinds, mediating between collectors and between artists and so on. There's a lot of mediation in this work. And as for today, I'm sure you heard about the NFT. NFT is kind of footprint or fingerprint that gives the artwork uniqueness. Not only the art is unique, but their identifier is unique, and you can embed it into the blockchain, and you have a code, and you can put this code in your website to your community, and they can buy it without a word to you. They can see you put it on your website, and they can transfer currency, Bitcoin or Ethereum, any other currency, from their wallet to yours, and buy the you know, the ownership of your work.
Beautiful, beautiful, Millie.
And just one thing I think would be the most important one, because it's related to the structure, the economical structure of the art world. Nowadays, young artists that create some wonderful artwork and sell it to a buyer or a collector or gallery or museum, whatever, he probably would sell it in a very modest price. Okay, let's say I sell something. I'm a new and young artist. Let's say, okay, I'll pretend I'm a young artist, and I want to sell you my artwork, and you'll buy it with, I don't know, $100,000, okay, or some Ethereum. In 10 years, when I'll be grown up and well-known artist, you can resell my work that you purchased in $1,000, I don't know, for $1 million. And when you resell this work, I can get nothing. I usually get nothing, even though there is in Europe there is a law called the droit de suite, the rights to have payments for the secondary market. In the real life, it doesn't work. People do not pay the artists that they bought 10 years ago a work of art. But in the blockchain or at the NFT, it is embedded the right to have 10% or 20%, how you, it doesn't matter what price you, what percentage you sign in the smart contract, but it's obligatory to have some of the resale and the other resale and the second and the third and the 100th resale that will occur around across the years. Some of the purchasing price will go directly to the artist wallet. And then the artists won't be dependent on, you know, goodwill, grants, government money, and so on. The buyers, the collectors, and the galleries and the museums will be those that will give those this prize or this money to the creator. And this would give the artists and creators, not in the plastic arts only, but in others, in songs and in music and you know, theater and others, movies, could have, the artists could have some decent salaries in order to dedicate their life to their art.
Absolutely beautiful, Millie, because you rightly said, I have few questions out of this. Number one, a digital art, it is easy. So for a person who physical art, they have to convert into a digital format, and then it has to be uploaded to some site or a website or something like that to convert into a blockchain.
Well, this is a very good question. Sure, the digital art is natural to the digital world, to blockchain. And the physical art should be, we create kind of a digital twin. Okay, we have the physical object, and we have to create a token or an NFT in order to have a twin in the digital art, in the digital world. Okay, and this will be applicable not only for art, it could be applicable for any physical you know, physical things in our lives. It could be a lot of things, anything that you want to create, track and trace in the digital world.
So you basically try to say that this will take, in a simple language as an artist, I would like to say this will take care of the copyright and the royalty of an artist.
Definitely, definitely. It will change upside down the economical format or practice of the art world.
Yeah, because now artists will be in a better space, you know, really they don't have to literally run around to claim, because any form of art, as you say, is, you know, there are a lot of malpractices which just happens and we really don't know. But in this case, you're securing the artists, the art forms, and the royalty is a very, very important subject. We really need to work on it, because as you said, like an artist, you know, when they die, you know, they may become famous, but they die poor, because their work, you know, which they have initially sold, will not have that value. The people who have processed it will have all the money.
Yeah.
If something upon small percentage can go to the artist, that will be a beautiful thing that can happen, and artist will be in a better place. Beautifully explained, and thank you so much. It was a lot of clarity on blockchain.
Great.
And I know that you have a company called ABC Consultancy.
Yes.
I know it opens to various segments. Okay. But I would like to know your consultancy, how it is going to help. Yes, I understood the how art can be connected with blockchain. But as a company, as a firm, what is the services that you can give to an artist? You know, if I want to have a service of Dr. Millie Berry, how can, you know, your consultancy company help me out, you know, to, or, you know, how do we do that?
Yes, well, my consultancy is dealing with art, business, and community. The intersection between those, I believe they are benefit each other and leverage each other. And in my practice, I deal with some in a variety of operation or activities. For instance, I'm volunteering for a lot of educational sessions like this one in communities of artists in order to bring the idea of blockchain and the technology and the future that they will impact in the world and in the art world. I work with, I consult to museum in order to try to clear some new economical tools that the blockchain is delivering or some way infrastructure, give some infrastructure. For instance, there is a term called fractional ownership. Nowadays, I can't, and maybe you can, buy the Mona Lisa or any other big, well-known art piece, but we can buy it as a group, and we take the artwork within a museum, for instance, well-known artwork, and we turn it into shares. We tokenize. We call it tokenizing the artwork, and we have some 100% of shares. 51% are staying within the museum, and the museum is offering the public 49% of these shares in order to bring new money into the museum. And those shares not only brings new money, because if I could be a shareholder of the Mona Lisa or other iconic artwork, I would be thrilled, because I can't buy this fantastic artwork, but I can have a share of it, and it makes me kind of engaged in the activities of the museum, in the tours that this artwork is going to do around the world. I'll trace and be interested, because I'm part of the owners. I would be interested in the future activity that the museum is planning for this tour and so on. It will bring new money to the museums, new way to bring money to the museums, new kind of engagement. And maybe the museums will dedicate specific opening hours for those owners of the fractional ownership of the work, and I can come at midnight and look at my artwork, my favorite artwork, in which I bought a share in. And I'm talking to museum in order to help them implement this kind of activity. This is a feature within the blockchain, like NFT, but NFT in large groups, okay? Not unique one, but we can have 1 million shares or 100 shares, and we can send it or give it to the public, and the public, they give the opportunity to the public to be involved and engage in this operation. For other idea, I'm trying to help museums or other art institutions to build some database of artwork that they have. Not central database, but decentralized database on the blockchain, as we could have this provenance, even though the artifacts are within a museum. We still want to know who purchased it, when it was created, what is the year of the artist that created, and so on. And it would be open to the public, and me as an engagement and art enthusiast could be involved in this kind of operation. I'm in my activities. I'm helping artists to in a way of tokenize their work. Sometimes when there are physical works, sometimes when there are digital works. I consult some startups in the art and creative economy arena, thinking of new ways of presenting art, new ways of transferring art to virtual shows, for instance, and a lot of good and wonderful ideas that I could never thought of myself, but I can escrow and help those new those technological people, and usually young people that are creating their businesses.
Absolutely mind-blowing, because not only for the artists, for the next generation, you are talking about artists of the past, and this is almost like an investment, like a share. And again, you can sell off the share, because as long as years passes, the value of these painting is going to go higher. So this become an investment and a proud honor.
Yeah,
of
it could be an investment as well. Yeah, once you're attached emotionally to the artwork, it could be an investment, and it could be a collateral.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're an investor,
Way,
you can
yes.
have loans because you have a collection of well-known
yes.
art.
Yes.
And there's a lot of financial tools that relate or involved with the art world and collectors of art. There are, for instance, I fell into the blockchain when I had research one of my postdocs, when I was trying to understand how can we manage Freeport for art. Freeport for art, there are kind of economical tools in countries that would like to welcome wealthy people that like to restore or put their art in warehouses to save the art. And usually it is taxes, and government are, trying to develop this kind of areas. And we were looking for policy vehicle technology that in one side will safeguard the anonymity of the collectors, and in the other hand will transparent all the information that the regulation requires, like anti-money laundering and know your client and others. And the blockchain is, like a glove to the hand in this.
And it helps to sustain, for the museums, which is finding difficult to sustain, and
sure,
you can
sure.
revive a lot of old, architecture through this. Even like an asset,
Yes, yes.
architecture which need to be restored, and you don't have money for it. Same way, it can be converted, and the shares can be sold, and that money can be, used for restoring it. It's absolutely
precisely.
I think, there's no limit on this thoughts, because it's absolutely very stunning, I should say, because for an artist, as a businesswoman, and it is going to open a lot of doors uh, in the art world. That is what
it is a shift in the in the way we live, in the way we think, in it gives us such a wide and wild sometimes tools to operate and to innovate
able to own Mona Lisa. It's something wild. It's absolutely wild. But of course, if it is going to help,
and it will bring the new generation as well, because they are attracted to innovation and to the technology of the future, and to money and to wealth, and they will be interested in the connection of art and technology, And if it will bring the new generation into the art world, I think this would be the most important thing.
Yeah, I'm so happy, you being in part of G100. And I know this information, this can be a great platform for people, where you can help others to use the technology. Because technology, I always feel, especially for an artist, it has to be hand holding, because they're all restricted. Oh, what is going to happen for the painting? What is the future? Whether you sell it or not, you are obsessed with your work, you're
Sure.
so close with your work. But this is going to be, I think you will be doing a great role in G100 as such, because it's going to be really helpful for a lot of communities around, the globally. It is going to help us out, and somebody can reach up to, that, okay, I
Sure.
have something. And
Most welcome.
yeah,
Most welcome. I
that is
really,
good.
I really believe in this community, because when you want to have an impact and you want to do something good for the world, you can't do it in your four
False, yeah.
walls. You
Yes.
have to go very wide and be open to the world. And this it is a huge infrastructure, and the community is wonderful, and we can reach each other around the world
Around the world,
and
yeah.
make the world closer and each
Yeah.
other closer,
Yeah, in fact,
and spread the knowledge.
knowledge.
I earned this knowledge for a long time, as you said, as you mentioned, and I am most willing to collaborate and to share it. And this is the reason I wrote my book, in order to share the information. And I didn't crystallize, I didn't publish the book that is with copyrights. I made a digital book that is open for sharing, and it's dynamic. I'm adding new papers while we're talking every month or two, and the book is growing. And everyone that would have the link could use it and share it and benefit for it. I'll be very happy.
Millie, is actually knowledge is power, and well, if you have that power, I
I
think
think not knowledge is power, but the sharing of
knowledge.
knowledge
Yes,
gives power.
yes,
It
that's
gives an impact.
see
It
what
brings.
happens. People hold on to the knowledge. Like more you
I
give,
don't
more
like. I don't like that. I don't endorse this.
more you give, more you gain. That's what I
Yeah,
feel.
I
It's
really
like
believe
that.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, with regards to painting or with regards to all these things, it's fine. But when it comes to a theater, how this blockchain can be, like if it's a theater form of art, such
Well,
performing arts, I'll say.
yes.
Uh,
It's not developed yet in this field. It's more developed in the music arena. When you create a song and people download the song, in the minute they download the song, the creator gets its share.
oh,
Okay.
oh,
In theater, I would advised that it will be somehow maybe mixed used. Maybe the first production will go live, and once it will go from down from
yeah.
the stage, then you can put it in
Convert
the
into
internet and still have some income, because you need some budget for the next operation.
okay, so that it has to be converted, it has to be stored. That step has to
Yes,
be.
yes,
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 understood. It's so good. I think I feel this is a world which we talk about creative economy, and blockchain
definitely.
is going to, it's absolutely opening doors. When with theater also, we need to be more innovative, and to find out methods. If music can be, why not a theater also? If
Yeah, I can say that if basketball games are, minutes, important minutes in basketball or football games are captured and stored as an NFT. And people, even though the YouTube film is still at the public eye and you can look at it, you can be the owner of this captured moment, and you buy the, we call it bragging rights. Okay, everyone else could benefit from it because it's in the on the internet, but
Yes.
you're the only one that can say I own it.
Own
And
it.
for this you pay some money that will help the, I don't know, the sport players or artists or stage players and theater players to do their passion, to still work in their passion.
Recently, I also have converted some of my works as NFT. I also do a little bit of digital work, but some of my physical work, I've worked on it digitally after my paintings and I've converted it in NFT. So I was literally looking at around NFTs. I have seen videos, and in NFT. So as you said, the whole the video of performing art can be captured and converted as an NFT. So tomorrow, there's anybody who sees it or views it has to have a
Yeah,
people will be able to
you
raise
can only
funds.
imagine, if the Shakespeare production could capture to be or not to be, only this sentence could
Yeah.
embed it in NFT, and some rich person will buy it for a lot of money and will allow the next production of this theater.
So a lot of exploration or a lot of exploration has to be done when it comes to, I think by time it will evolve, methods will evolve by
Sure.
time. That's what I think.
Yes.
Um, you in fact was mentioning that the blockchain represents the next generation of internet. What will be the impact of it in the society? Because it's going to be a complete shift. The thought process we have to actually taking a different turn as such, about
Definitely.
sales, about the sales, about business. You are
Definitely.
basically, once I feel being an artist, I'm very comfortable when you convert it into an NFT. I'm very comfortable. Yeah, I'm safe. But then there'll be has every technology has its impact. How
Sure.
it is going to be a lot of, as you said, museums and that actually a gallerist. A lot of middlemen is going to move out. A direct business is going to come in. So there are a lot of impacts also which can happen by society. So I just want to know, how this is going to impact, what is going to be the impact of blockchain in the society or the community.
Yes, well, there is a saying that it's very hard to predict, usually, especially about the future. You can predict about the past, but it's very hard to predict the future. But I'm a real believer, and I'm confident that blockchain will change the world dramatically. It will change a lot of values that are in the business world today. For instance, the issue of competition. Okay, our business world is very competitive, and it's less cooperative. And nowadays, someone crystallized a new term called co-opetition. You can collaborate with your competitions.
Oh,
So the shift, as you mentioned, as you noticed, the shift would be very rigorous. It will change the way that we operate. We won't take the information and hold it in close to our body in order not to share. The other way around, we will share the information, and then we will add some added value that will help our businesses. The blockchain is endorsing operation as ecosystem, because it doesn't help anyone if it's in work in a silos of knowledge or silo of organization. If you have to, we have a lot of technologies, the information technologies within the organization, but once you need to have information from neighbor organization, you can't communicate. You have to send mail or fax or go with I don't know, your physical body to look for this information. The blockchain is giving infrastructure that is shared for all the organization. And the information I'm embedded in the blockchain could give you by a public key a way to look at it, a way to see it without entering my information, organizational information. We would do a lot of business peer-to-peer. We will have less middlemen. We will have less gatekeepers that they have to earn living, but they would have to find some other living to earn or other ways of earning their living. We will work over consensus and trust. This is the network of blockchain is bringing a way of collaboration in infrastructure that's embedded in trust and consensus. We will use the transparency in order to reach the information, to open it. We will do our business more efficiently. Okay, less money will go to those intermediates. The information would be very immutable, and it will be cryptographically saved. We, the users, would be more important and more centric. Our information once stored in Facebook computers. It will sit in the ecological ecosystem on the blockchain. And if Facebook or other big tech would like me to upload a paper, they will have to endorse me or give me some incentive. So the creative economy will have more income in order to produce what they are usually producing for free.
Oh yeah, nowadays it's absolutely right. You the feel, if you want to make something and put it in your website, you can rest assured that anytime anybody uses, also you will be paid, so you don't have to close it, keep it closed. You can keep it open so that more viewers see it, and it's absolutely as you said, it is going to be a complete shift. I need to accept the fact.
Definitely.
And
this is the reason why, sorry to interrupt, this is the reason why I called my book From Ecosystem. When you only trying to help yourself, to ecosystem, when you understand that you can leverage your operation by helping other, by collaborating, by sharing. It's not just a philosophical approach, it is practical and technological approach.
In fact, that was my next question. What do you really mean by why it was ecosystem to ecosystem? I was actually thinking why it is like that, but after having a talk with you, I really understood about what is that ecosystem and conversion of, like, you are becoming more open. There is no me for me, that me does not exist. It becomes an universal energy, in fact, your art. And whatever you're part of it, you get it back.
Yes, do you know there is in the internet we have a meme. When you look at the word me and you turn it upside down, it's becoming we.
Yes.
So it's very, I really endorse this approach. So I really believe in it.
So this is the reason of your name of your book, called Ecosystem to Ecosystem. And
yes.
I know that it has, includes a lot of cases, blockchain principles, and practical ideas of blockchain. I will surely like to, give us the permission. To post it in our groups so that it can,
wonderful,
can go through it, and whenever you are updating, we can also update and can reach out to.
You don't need to update, because you have the link, and once I'm updating, you get the update automatically.
Automatically.
Yes.
Absolutely good. And I know. See, as an artist, you can do a lot of, as a technology person, you can do a lot of things for the artist community as such. And I feel, uh, after talking to you, I initially framed a question to you for that. What do you really want to do it for an artist? But I have to reframe that question for you, because uh, as an artist, everyone, I'm talking as an artist, when I do a painting, I cannot post it into my page, because I'm afraid about, whether it will be secured copyright, my copyright, will it remains with me, somebody will copy the same idea about it. On the same time, I'm when for a sales, as you said, as an artist, I always say this point, the royalty, yeah, when an artist, as a child, as a somebody has done their graduation, or a child, they start painting, and the same artist becomes so big after years, but there's no value for whatever, the starting which he has made, he doesn't get anything back. but
Mhm.
but I really feel, as an artist, you should get some back from the same work which you have produced. When a lot of people are making money out of it, something coming back, it's that is royalty. I think in only 2 or 3 countries royalty has been implemented. We have
Right.
laws, even India has also, we also have.
And when it's implemented, it's such a huge bureaucracy, and you have to, to
You have to fight for
chase.
your,
You have to
you have to
chase
chase.
it and put a lot of effort in it, instead
Yes.
of putting your mind into your art.
Yeah, yeah, I understood. You need to literally go after it, which I feel some artists may leave it. Okay, why unnecessarily run
Yeah,
around for all?
sure.
Only thing is, which is a little minus with regards to the whole thing, is, yes, being an artist, you, after painting, if it's a physical art or it's a theater form, we may need to have bodies, we may need to have companies who will help them to do this, the hand holding part of it, to convert, and all these things we may need, like a
There
middleman.
are there are artists that are more, serving the community in help in hand helping, hand helping, and usually I have to say the technology is becoming more friendly.
Yeah,
Now we're at the beginning of the NFT. It's only the first year that this technology, this feature is being used. I can be sure that in a short while the technology would be very easy. We could use our cell phones. We will take picture. We will have automatic options, and it will go automatically into the NFT, and we will have the hash. We can put it in our website.
yeah.
So yes, just a few, I don't know,
It's a matter of time.
a little bit of patience, and
Matter
this
of time.
operation will be much easier.
Yeah, I know, it is only now, it is two, three things. One is technology. Now, one other thing is, you really need funds to upload it as an NFT. All that things, I think the middleman may shift from gallery to this particular body who can help us,
You're right. You're
convert.
right.
You can
Power
convert.
shifts. Power shift. It's more. I think it's more democratic, and
Yeah.
it's new positions of power. So
Oh,
this is
yes.
a good idea for itself. Uh, but you have to take in mind that the infrastructure, the technologies usually take, the commission is less, the community or the users are, in large numbers.
Yeah.
So the commission is very modest.
And reaching out to global, it becomes very easy. And
Yes.
and another thing which I feel, at this point of time, is like, our dying arts and art forms, if that can be documented and converted into NFTs, and all these things also can actually earn some money to make that particular art live.
Yes, definitely, definitely. It will be wider, it will be more democratic, it will be less censorship resistance. It would be less censorship resistance. It would be less, grounded by force and big companies, corporation. It will be more public. will be more user-centric. And I'm sure, you know, when the internet has begun, we thought that this would be the great cyber world, cyberspace, that everyone could be free, and we could, our mind can do go, you know, each direction. And now it becomes kind of digital feudalism, you know, that we are a captive audience to those eBay, Facebook, all the big Google, all the big tech. And now we have a second chance to decentralize, disseminate, and democratize the economical world and the art world.
Yeah, actually, from an old system with the with internet coming into life, it has actually, you have gone, the things have gone out of hand, and I think people now, we are getting back more powerful to secure own systems. That is what I'm
Definitely.
thinking. Like, you know, once you put
Definitely.
it, yeah, that is how it has gone. Because people were a little afraid, or, you know, tensed about misconceptions about the plus and see, every technology has its plus and minus. You cannot
Yes,
have all.
and even the issue of misconceptions and some you know, untrue news, fake news
Fake
could
news.
be resolved by using NFTs. I know of some project that officials in government embedded their declaration in NFTs, and they can reduce the level of fake news.
Yeah. And in fact, all the Facebooks, oh sorry, all the websites can also be converted to blockchain technologies, will make it more powerful, I feel. You know, that is
Yes,
also going to be
yes,
coming
it will
from.
come.
Thank you, Millie. In fact, it was a really mind-opening discussion. I know a lot of people will be loving to know more, and being part of G100, I feel we can really get to help a lot of artists and artist community. And this is going to be an interesting topic. And I feel you are going to be an iconic, you'll have an iconic importance, because this is technology is something which we all look forward uh, to have, you know, knowledge. And it is always like that, it is not reachable for you, but you are making it, you have come up, you have agreed, being to part of this organization itself. I really feel that it can, we can reach out to a lot of people, a lot of students, a lot of youngsters, a lot of artists from all different formats, all the different forums. And to take as a takeaway, you know, as a takeaway question, you say, I would like to ask you something very, very simple. I know that you are an artist. Without, you may decline that you are not an artist. You
I
are
have
an
no
artist as a
talent,
writer.
no talent at all.
But I really don't think so, Millie, because you write so well. Conversion to you know, converting to any form of art doesn't mean that it is paint or singing or something. Able to convert your knowledge to a platform. Art is what? Art is something that you perceive, and you put it into the forum for others to enjoy. uh, I see you as a typical artist, because most difficult knowledge of technology, you are able to put in a simple word, saying that ecosystem to ecosystem. It's so beautiful, and none other than artists cannot do that.
Wow, so I'm so happy to hear about it. Wow, you word
So
my heart.
thank
Such
you so
a
much.
fulfilling
No, it's a beautiful.
feeling.
I was reading so many times. I was like, what is this ecosystem to do about ecosystem? I mean, like, I was not able to connect to these two words. It's beautifully, and that only an artist can explain in such a simple language. And I'm
Thank
really
you.
thankful. Thank you so much for spending such lovely time. And it is going to.
Wonderful. It was my pleasure, and really, I really feel so happy and gifted to be part of this network. And thank you.
And this is going to be a great journey with you together. And
Great. We're
we will
looking
plan.
forward.
Yeah, we will plan for a lot of exchange with your country, Israel and India, with regards to art as such. We'll really look forward for more talks like this.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Millie.
My
Thank you so much.
pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Vena.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
too.
Talking to Millie was an eye opener for me, and I think it will be same with you, because we hear blockchain in every arena of our life nowadays. So this is going to be a shift for an artist and an art community. Stay tuned with us for more such talks. Thank you.